and Chairman Carter.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 9 votes in the affirmative.
Thank you. We come to the public comment portion. The meeting is open to the public for the purpose of commenting on any matter. Kindly state your name and town of residence for the record and the resolution for the matter to which you're referring, and please adhere to the 5-minute time.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'm Warren Victor from Westfield, New Jersey. By way of what brings me here today is my concern for the reputation of our Freeholder Board, our governmental image, which has been tarnished lately. Whether we like it or not, something has to be done about it. And having served in many different capacities in government, and served under 6 governors, having had high positions in government, I understand how this system works. Going back to my first job, of course, was working for Uncle Sam during the Korean War. So I have a very strong feeling for what we call democracy and good government. Most people in this room, except perhaps for the Freeholder Board, are unaware that even as of today, our Union County prosecutor is history, having been replaced by someone else because of intricate interplay of something that didn't belong. And it bothers me, and if I'm going to sit by, my children and my grandchildren will inherit something that's out of control. Now, just to complain is not enough. You've got to come up with a solution. There are many people that have knowledge on how to do things right, but there's a lot of people that don't use that knowledge on how to do things right. We have a situation in this state where Berkeley Heights wants to secede from the domination of the Union County Freeholder Board and that government. You have a lot of people in other towns who feel the same way. And this is an outgrowth of having unlimited term limits. It's an outgrowth of one-party system, which has to be amended. Let me give you one first thought on how we can start amending this, since there seems to be a laughable challenge to ever get the balance of the people sitting up there to be independents, to be Republicans, and to be Democrats. And it's very unhealthy as we continue to go along to keep seeing a one-sided board and a one-sided legal system that keeps making each other happy. We've had the Flipio, now we've got our county prosecutor. I would suggest, and I make a motion at this point here, since I don't think I'll receive a second, but the motion is that the minutes of every Union County Freeholder Board include a section that is called the Union County Watchdog Committee, so that will include in the minutes the observation of a watchdog, because we don't have anybody watching. Obviously, why do we have a different prosecutor coming in? Nobody's watching. Everybody becomes politicized. So I make this as a motion. I would like to have a second, because I want an up or down vote, and I want to have the minutes reflect a date certain of some kind of answer on this. It will happen. It's better that it happens with the cooperation of the existing political infrastructure and not lose piece by piece. And we never should get too confident. This is not unique. There are other cities, other communities, and even government, as we see at our national level today, that abuse power. And that is the perception. That is the perception of what your populace, not your popular populace, the entire populace sees happening out there. And to ignore it further is unpatriotic. It's nothing to be proud of. To me, public service, whether it be Benjamin Franklin or Thomas Jefferson, if we would like to read in those areas, is the highest aspiration, a citizen's government. So I leave you with this resolution. I know my time must be up. I assume you're telling me that. My resolution that we start off with this one baby step towards getting the public informed, instead of trying to crush people that try to get the truth on the street. And that is to include as a permanent part of the minutes of every freeholder meeting. And as far as hiding an executive session, that cannot happen.
I've extended you enough time, Mr. Victor. Your time is up.
And I get an answer. Will you,
I appreciate your comments.
are you not telling me up or down? Is that right?
I appreciate your comments.
You appreciate my comment. Well, this is a continuation of what we've been getting all
Mr.
along.
Victor, we're
I
not going
expected
back
the
and
same
forth.
thing.
If you could have a seat, please, Mr. Victor, your time is up. Thank you. Mother Mirabella?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I'm sorry the gentleman from Westfield just left. I had a few comments for him. Appreciate him coming to the meeting and sharing his thoughts. But if he's associated as a member of some kind of governing body, he knows, or should know, that a member of the public can't make a motion at a meeting. It's just not acceptable. Speaking of Robert's Rules of Order, I mean, that's probably one of the number one rules. The governing body makes motions and seconds, and for him to come up and give his comments and then ask for make a motion and expect a second, it's just preposterous, really. Not that his comments weren't valid, and for him, they certainly were, but legally, there's no way to include, a public, any kind of group not associated with this freeholder board in our minutes. It just, there's probably other ways to get his point across, and I hope I have a chance to discuss with him some of those ways, but certainly not the method that he's has addressed so far, making motions from the audience and suggesting that we include comments from any particular group. Where would it end? It just doesn't make sense, and it's not legal.